Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's continue our game of AI, the Somnium Files on Nintendo Switch. Sorry, I got a phone call from one of our friends. Loves to talk. One of the few friends that I have that actually doesn't love to text message, loves to actually call. That's such a weird thing this day and age. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm a lot better actually. Sorry, by the way, for everything.
During our escape, Iris got motion sickness. I decided to pull over at the Kumi Shrine so she could rest.
Oh, and thank you. I never thanked you for saving me.
You should be thanking those three. Some bodyguard I am. I put you in danger.
That's not true. If it wasn't for you, I would have... Anyway, there's nothing else to say but thank you.
Did Peter say anything?
Nothing in particular. I didn't talk to him at all in the car.
What about the group of gangsters?
They were all speaking different languages, so I didn't understand anything.
About the Winter Iris.
Looking at the iris again?
Oh, yeah. I can't see it well in the rain.
You must really like that flower.
Of course, we share the same name.
Iris, the rainbow goddess.
Yeah, that's what Uncle taught me.
The uncle again.
Perhaps it is not the flower itself that Iris likes.
Listen to her story.
Do you think the fruit of immortality really
Tidus.
exists?
Legend about the shrine?
Yeah,
I told you yesterday, I don't believe in that stuff.
I see.
But you do believe in parallel worlds and secret societies.
Because I experienced that in Iris' somnium.
This could be a negative side effect of the sync. It is possible that you've been emotionally compromised by Iris's morbid inner consciousness.
Emotionally?
Well, there is no point in discussing this now.
How about Uncle?
I used to love Uncle. Not like romantically. I was 12 at the time, and Uncle was already in a relationship.
You mean with your mom?
Oh, you knew about that?
I've heard a lot. Like the Okonomiyaki incident?
Yeah, the picture I drew.
Right.
We were always like that. We always acted silly and played around and stuff. I remember that in 6th grade, Uncle and I used to play hand games.
Oh, I try to do that on Tinder. Like what?
Like ratty cakes.
Hmm?
It's like patty cakes mixed with rock, paper, scissors.
Ratty cake, baker's man. Bake me a cake as fast as you can. Pat it, poke it, fill it with fruit. Put it in the oven. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I win! Yay!
What was Uncle's real name?
I don't know. I only called him Uncle. Mama called him Falco.
Falco?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it a funny name? Sort of weird for a Japanese man. Oh, maybe he wasn't Japanese. I never found out where he was from.
Before he met me, he committed some terrible crime.
It appears that Hitomi and the assassin number 89 were dating.
What?
Now you have to take the penalty. Up, up, side to side, up, down, pinch.
And number 89 is with Renju now. What the hell is going on here?
I didn't keep my promise.
Promise?
Did you forget? I told you that I would tell you who my late night visitor was if you went on a date with me.
Oh, right.
And we went on a date, so guess I'll tell you now. Sunday at 2 a.m., I was visited by... Renju Okiura.
What?
He seemed really sick. Probably because of his injury. At the time, I had no idea what had happened to him. He was sweating buckets, and he came up to me with this begging look in his eyes. He said, "Come with me." He seemed really desperate. I couldn't say no, so I got into his rental car. We went somewhere, I don't know where, some deserted building. Mr. Okiura got out of the car, then grabbed my hand. He tried to pull me inside. I got scared. I pulled my hand away and ran.
What'd you do after you ran away?
Well, I didn't go home. I thought he might come back. I just walked around and went into a bunch of stores. Restaurants, coffee shops, net cafes. I was afraid that he would try to call me, so I turned off my phone, too. And then, at night, around 7, I think, I turned on my phone and got a Nile message from Mizuki. I wanted to stay at your place. I met up with her and took her home. I thought having her around would comfort me. I don't know.
What happened to Renju?
I don't know. I haven't seen him or spoken to him since.
Why didn't you tell me this?
Mr. Okiura has done so much for me. He took care of me as a kid. He helped me at Lemniscate. I wanted to trust him. No matter what happens, I can't think of him as a bad person. I mean, he never did anything bad to me. He came to my house at 2 in the morning and tried to take me to an abandoned building, but you never know. Maybe he wanted to show me some flowers, or something that he found. Or it was like a prank he was filming for the internet, or something. And that's what I thought at the time. That's what I kept telling myself. But after hearing everything you've told me, I can't see Mr. Okiura the same way. Maybe he's a part of Nice. Maybe he's trying to...
Where exactly did it take you?
Iris, I need you to tell me one thing. Where did Renju take you? Where did he take you exactly?
It's been closed for 8 years. The chemical plant in the Kawasaki district.
Let's go. Investigate. Abandoned Factory, Tuesday, 11:27 p.m.
Is this the place?
Yes,
Where did Renju try to take you?
that door in the back.
This is...
A sync machine. Though it appears to be slightly different than the one in Abyss.
Could this be the prototype Peter was talking about?
The Chiba Police Department was working on a prototype, but it was stolen 6 years ago.
But what is it doing here?
This is a weird storyline. It's so far out there.
Hey, Iris! Are you okay? Iris, stay with me!
Date, Iris's vital signs are going critical.
What? Why?
Unknown. But I believe the issue is with her brain.
Her brain?
Part of her brain is experiencing massive failure. If this continues...
Let's get her to a hospital.
Impossible. You do not have enough time. I estimate that Iris's brain can last only 10 to 15 more minutes before the damage is irreparable.
How do you know that?
I have scanned and analyzed her thoroughly. Her symptoms indicate that she will die within minutes.
What? Sync.
What?
I'll use the sync machine here to go inside her brain.
That will not cure her condition.
I'm not trying to cure her. 2 days ago, I saw her dead body. After that, we went into Sosajima's brain. And in his Somnium, I saved Iris. And somehow, I saved Iris in the real world, too.
Maybe you were in a parallel world or something.
If I do the same thing again,
You think you can save her?
yes. Iva, please, help me.
Is that an order?
Yes.
Then I suppose I have no choice. My mission is to support you.
All right. We don't have a lot of time. Let's get moving.
Date, this device is a prototype. It is not identical to the one at Abyss.
You said that already, so what?
I do not know how to reset it. There must be a manual of some kind. We need to find that before we begin. This is the console that controls the sync machine.
So if we use this,
The machine can be activated. But we need the manual first.
Sync your chair. The person sitting here does the syncing. Prototype sync equipment. I have no idea why this is here. We need to find the manual to operate it. device. A normal mirror. Plastic bucket. Nothing inside. An overhead crane. No manual here. A medical simulation mannequin. It's creepy. Really? It's not here? A sink. Bottle of chemicals. The shelf is full of medical chemicals. An oil drum. A long desk in the corner of the room. No manual here. A chair. Looks like an operating table. Subject sink chair. The person sitting here is the subject of the sinking. Sink console. We need to find the manual to reset the machine first. Lots of stuff here. No manual.
Date, is that thing on the shelf?
The manual's on that shelf.
Found it! I don't believe it.
Date, are you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
So I have to pull out their eyeball to sync with them. It's kind of an interesting take. At least it explains why the eyeball is always missing. In fact, this is the only storyline so far where it explains why the eyeball is missing.
Shovel Forge again?
This looks kind of like the other time I synced with Iris, but there's a different atmosphere now. By the way, what happened to your usual appearance?
I decided to hold back this time. This is no time to be playing around. Putting that aside, you want to help Iris, correct? Then we need to hurry.
So what do we need to do?
Care to ask the owner of this world?
She's lost consciousness, even in her own Somnium.
That proves how critical her condition is. Whoa!
What was that?
I do not know, but it appears as though we have no choice but to believe those words.
The fruit of immortality, huh? But I don't see any fruit.
We need to do something about this beam of light first.
I've seen that monument before, but back then...
Somnium scan! Activate!
Unlocks 5. just 4, huh? Okay, save Iris. To save her, you'll need to give her the fruit of immortality. Let's see, do something about the beam of light.
I saw this iris during the previous sync.
Dig.
As I said before, if you want me to do that, I require the right tools.
It's a flower. Are you telling me you can't pluck it with your hands?
You did not have to be insulting. Oh! Did I get it?
Doesn't seem like the tool is the problem.
I am relieved that I don't have to dig anymore.
Don't speak too soon. Be ready to go whenever.
Okay.
A Chozuya. Hmm?
The heck?
It's this man!
You know him?
Yes, he is a mysterious figure that has appeared in numerous unrelated people's dreams. In other words, an urban legend of sorts.
You know a lot about him.
There are many theories. Some believe that he is made up, a conspiracy, or a part of some kind of experiment. Another theory is that an actual person dove into other people's dreams. If you're interested, I can tell you more.
Huh.
A monument is placed on top of the pedestal.
I thought it was almond tofu on top of a rice cake.
Investigate.
This is the same monument we saw before.
Can you move it?
I can try. I cannot move it.
But we'll probably need it for something.
That is a high possibility. A monument is placed on top of the pedestal.
I thought it was almond tofu on top of a...
This is the same monument we saw before.
Can you move it?
I can try. I cannot move it.
But we'll probably need it for something.
That is a high possibility.
Boy, there are a lot of good clues. Why can't I move this one?
A pedestal.
Is that what it is?
Fixtures like these at a shrine are typically used as lanterns.
I see. So what can we use it for?
A monument is placed on that pedestal, but we don't have a place to put this one. I therefore conclude that this pedestal is meaningless.
We wasted our time.
An arch.
This is called a torii.
I feel as though we shouldn't go through here.
We can't leave Iris behind.
An egg-shaped monument.
It looks more like a sugar cube to me.
An egg-shaped monument. A pattern of a snake is carved into it. Opals are placed in the center. It must have some meaning to Iris, but I cannot determine what.
Looks like cheese cubes to me.
An egg-shaped monument.
It looks more like a sugar...
No! Damn it, I keep forgetting to select this power-up. I'm probably gonna do this one over.
I see. Putting this here cuts off the light.
I feel like I've seen this in a movie.
Don't you mean you've seen this in Iris's Somnium?
Just put it down. Huh? Didn't expect that.
No, this is... I see.
Did you figure something out?
This might turn into a pentagram.
Oh, I get it. That means...
Yes, that leaves this remaining. I am assuming this gate leads to the Hall of Worship.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Rather ornate.
Yeah, the contractor must have had a hell of a time.
It isn't opening.
You're right. Guess we can't just open it.
A Chozuya. Let me see. There's something here. A monument. If you place it against the light, it will complete the pentagram.
Do it. What?
They have appeared before. It may symbolize Iris's insecurities. Whoa! We have to deal with them before we find the Fruit of Immortality.
Well, what do you want me to do?
They don't want us to complete the pentagram.
Is that why they attacked the Chozuya and Irises?
But this pedestal has not been attacked. They cannot attack it for some reason.
You think so?
What other explanation could there be? As long as there is even a slight possibility, we must try.
You're right.
Thinking about what worked previously, we need to make a pentagram. But the attack has scrambled everything. We do not have time for trial and error. Think carefully.
I have to restart this. I've burned a lot of time.
Shovel Forge again?
This looks kind of like the other. So what do we...
Do I still need the irises? Doesn't seem like I do. Let's grab them anyway.
I saw this iris. A chose.
Do I have to investigate everything before that thing? Oh, interesting.
An egg.
30 seconds. Ah, no! Damn it! Ah, I hate that I have to like select it with the R buttons or the top buttons to pick a
I see.
power up, and then you have to hit the A
Putting
button,
this here
and then you have to
cuts
hit
off
the
the
direction
light.
button to make a choice.
I feel like I've seen this in a movie.
It's like I don't know why they had to make it that way.
A chozu.
Okay, so now we're doing all this. Where's everything? See.
A pedestal with nothing on top of it.
Investigate.
A pedestal with a monument on top of it.
Take it.
Understood. Where would you like me to place it? nothing on top of it.
Ah.
Understood.
Oh, I hate that interface.
An egg-shaped monument.
Pick it up.
Understood. Where would you like me to place it? A pedestal with nothing on top of it. Understood. An egg-shaped monument. Understood. Where would you like me to place it? A pedestal with nothing on top of it.
No.
Upsy daisy!
What does that mean?
I was merely trying to lighten the mood.
I appreciate the thought, but
Oh, okay. The light!
the pentagram's complete.
What?
The world is...
It's breaking down!
Okay. Takes about as long as loading Minecraft.
The Shovel Forge world disappeared. I am back to my usual appearance.
What about Iris?
It appears that she is unharmed.
Aiba, the door to the shrine opened. Is that the fruit of immortality?
It appears to be the seed of a citrus fruit of some kind. But we need the actual fruit.
That voice said something about the fruit of immortality. I wasn't expecting it to be literal.
Some believe that the fruit of immortality is a Tachibana orange. The Tachibana orange comes from a variety of evergreen trees. So we are looking for some kind of fruit. Fruits have edible flesh surrounding the seeds.
Right, but if we only have the seed...
This is a dream world. If we plant it now, it may grow quickly.
Aiba, you ready to slash and burn?
I see. If we plant it there...
It sprouted.
This must be a positive sign.
With the ashes as compost, then all we need is...
It's a Chozuya. Why is it not broken?
Dig.
You do know this is not the Shovel Forge world, correct?
But there's a pickaxe on the ground there.
Pickaxe? You're right. But why? The pickaxe even looks strange.
Maybe Iris left it behind because she wanted you to use it.
Perhaps. I'll use it. Whoa!
It's raining. So this is the fruit of immortality.
We need to hand this over to Iris.
Right. Hurry. Wait for me, Iris. I'm coming.
I thought there was something here, you know?
Iris is unconscious.
Oh, there goes your upskirt.
Thank you.
Day 6 Wednesday, Kick Eye. Abandoned Factory Wednesday, 12:16 a.m. Just past midnight.
Oh, good. You're awake.
Thank you for everything you've done for me.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm gonna die, aren't I?
No. Don't talk crazy. I synced with you to save you. This has to be the timeline where you live.
I don't want to die yet. I don't want to die. Don't want to die. I met you. I wanted to spend more time with you. I wanted to go places.
I'll take you. I'll take you wherever you want. I'll take you to Ichirum, Kunashir, Shikotan, Habamai. Anywhere you want, Iris.
Really?
Yes.
I'm gonna be okay?
Of course. You won't die, I promise.
Okay. I'm glad. I'm not gonna die. I can be with you forever.
Of course you can. You're gonna live, Iris, forever and ever. You'll become a grown woman, get married, have kids. I'll even babysit them for you.
Tate, thank you. These past few days have been so much fun.
Please, Mr. Date, you can't leave me!
Your back is so warm, Mr. Date. It feels like I've met you before. Then go on a date with me. And the Greek goddess of rainbows. You're the only person I can trust.
Date! Put it in the oven. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot!
Date, can you tell me one last thing? I've been looking. Are you...
No, no, Iris. You can't die. Please, Iris. Iris. Iris!
Boy, Iris doesn't make off very well in any timeline. Oh, was that really the end? Oh, okay. I thought they'd follow up a little bit more with that. Alright, so I think we have one more path to go where we don't believe Iris and her crazy conspiracy theory. And then we can finally unlock the final path, which oddly enough was the path that we first unlocked. That was like the first one that I picked with a blind playthrough. So that one's interesting, but again, Iris doesn't make it in that one either. So I'd say it's been an interesting ride. I know folks are or most folks tend to think that the Zero Escape was which was the previous series that this author made is the better game. I haven't played Zero Escape, so I don't know if that's true or not. But you know, I like this one just fine. You know, maybe it's better that I play this one first before I play Zero Escape. That way, I don't have a different opinion of this one going into it. I mean, my expectations are, you know, don't exist with this game. But I really like it. I think all the voice acting is real professional. On the Switch, it doesn't suffer too much. You know, basically just resolution and aliasing, but the character models are just fine. It doesn't run poorly mostly. I mean, it does drop the frame rate here and there, but not anything that would really matter. Not in this kind of game, at least. So I can say with confidence that if you only have a Switch, then this is a good platform to play it on. You know, it's not really compromised that much. Of course, if you do have another platform, you know, the PlayStation 4 or a PC, certainly the PC is the one that you want to go for, assuming you have a gaming-ready PC, with PlayStation 4 being next and then the Switch being last. But all the content is there, so you can still enjoy the game, you know, even if it's not, you know, the best visuals, which I think is okay. I mean, the visuals are just good enough. Most of us think Switch visuals are just good enough. You know, the need for the higher spec visuals, I don't think it exists for most of the gaming community. Really, just the hardcore folks. Because if you give somebody, you know, Madden from 4 years ago, they're happy with Madden from 4 years ago looking the way it does. So, like I said, it almost doesn't matter for certain game types. Racing games, fighting games, sure. First-person shooters, it matters a little bit, but it's really more about how fast the game runs that matters the most, the response time. But I don't know. I'd say, you know, I've been having fun with the Switch visual novels. Thankfully, it weeds out a lot of the poor quality visual novels, and there are a ton. There are a ton of poor quality visual novels, and the ones that do make it to Switch so far have all been good. Maybe they haven't been, you know, my cup of tea necessarily. You know, like Pub Story is you know, about dating a bunch of older men. Nothing I was terribly interested in, but I'm glad it was there, and it was a good quality game, visual novel, as far as I know. I still want to go through it at some point in time. I just didn't like some of the more male aspects of it. Meaning it sort of felt like a man wrote those stories and not a woman. Iris brought in, okay. Well, we got one more Iris brought to do. The one that makes more sense. But this is the one that most people would pick the first time around. Okay, why don't I take a little break, and then we'll get back to this game, and we'll start the other route. And I don't think we'll finish it, because it takes a long time to finish a route, but if we do, great, then we can do at least the start of the true route after that. Anyway, again, this is audap, and you've been watching AI, the Somnium Files on Nintendo Switch. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you in just a few minutes at the next stream.